Countdown is on.
There's a certain feeling when you step onto the field.
To the biggest game of the year.
The best is yet to come.
Two teams hoping to hoist the Lombardi Trophy. The New England Patriots refusing to be deflated by scandal.
Our focus is totally on the Seattle Seahawks in this game.
And the reigning world champions trying to finish their road to a repeat.
I think we can do something really special with it if we can play a good football game.
And etch their name in Super Bowl history. Good evening and welcome to the Super Bowl Zone. I'm Grant Meach, and for the next 30 minutes, we'll break down some of the big stories we're tracking on the eve of Super Bowl 49. From the game to the big players to the entertainment, you've landed in the right spot, and we'll get you ready for tomorrow's big game. Now, the last time the Patriots were in the Super Bowl was 3 years ago, and their most dangerous weapon, tight end Rob Gronkowski, well, he was hurt, made just 2 catches in New England's loss to the Giants. Well, it's Football Night in America's Rodney Harrison found out a whole new Gronk is ready this time around.
Look at that! Exclamation point. Wow!
Is there any linebacker, safety, cornerback that can really, truly guard you one-on-one?
If I'm not doing stuff right, then yes, I can get covered anytime. But at the same time, if I'm going out there, I'm mentally ready. I've been doing everything right all week to get my body physically ready. I can go out there and I feel like I can compete versus anyone.
Can't stop him! Cannot stop him! This is your modern day freak.
It's going to be definitely a great matchup versus the Seattle Seahawks defense. They're unreal.
The matchup everyone's talking about, you versus Cam Chancellor. He's the biggest, most physical safety in the league. Are you embracing that challenge?
No doubt about that. I've actually been watching him play for quite a while now, a few years. Whenever I'm watching the Seattle Seahawks play, I always see him. He sticks out like no other. Cam, he's big, he's fast, so it's definitely a challenge to embrace, and I just can't sit back, relax, and think it's going to be like any other challenge.
Last Super Bowl, you were not 100%. You were limping around. It was noticeable. You had 2 catches. You told me you feel great right now. How good is it to be able to play in the Super Bowl and feel healthy?
He has a touchdown for the Patriots! Who's back? Big boy!
It's an unreal feeling. It's kind of undescribable. Just throughout what I've been through the last few years, even playing in that last Super Bowl with a messed up ankle.
Tipped and batted, Gronkowski can't get it. Incomplete.
It's just a blessing to be part of this team. How many games we won as a team this year, and just won the AFC Championship, and what a team win that was. And now to be going to the Super Bowl with the team this year, it just feels so good and just something I can't take for granted. I've already had it taken away from me, and just got to live it up and enjoy the moment.
Now, for Gronk to celebrate on Sunday night, he and his teammates must overcome the most feared defense in the NFL, Seattle's Legion of Boom. We'll hear from Seahawks linebacker Malcolm Smith in a little bit. Coming up, from fighter jets to one of the biggest stars of today, next we'll break down the game day entertainment you'll enjoy tomorrow right here on News 5.
You're invited to an all-day Super Bowl party on NBC. Starting with the Today Show. The countdown begins at noon as Dan and the team break down the big game. Party with Josh Elliott, Jimmy Fallon, Seth Meyers, and other celebs. Katy Perry prepares for the Pepsi Super Bowl halftime show. And the best team brings you the biggest event of the year, Super Bowl 49, as the Patriots take on the Seahawks. Then don't miss a special blacklist after the game, followed by the Tonight Show live from Arizona, only on NBC.
Welcome back. You'll be seeing some Colorado creativity during tomorrow's big game. For the last 35 years, Fiberlock of Fort Collins has been producing merchandise for the NFL. Their specialty is logos, and specifically the Super Bowl logo. Chances are, if you see the Super Bowl logo on the field tomorrow, it came from the company's Fort Collins plant. Now, one of the most anticipated moments of Super Bowl Sunday is the F-16 flyover right before kickoff, a tradition that dates back to Super Bowl II. The Super Bowl Zone's Carolyn Mano went to Glendale, Arizona's Luke Air Force Base to find out what it's like to climb inside an F-16 and go from 0 to 600.
In the shadow of the Super Bowl stands Luke Air Force Base, home of the 56th Fighter Wing, the largest fighter wing in the world. When the Air Force needs fighter pilots, they come here.
Scooter, what is it specifically that makes an F-16 so well suited to do a flyover?
I personally think, and I'm a little bit biased, but I think the F-16 is the sexiest airplane that we have in the Air Force.
A 5-hour pre-flight orientation was needed before I could satisfy my need for speed.
Those are cute.
Very fashionable.
Yeah, I like this.
Over a dozen men and women from the 56th helped me prepare mentally.
I do have questions like, why am I doing this? But those are not questions that you can answer.
And physically.
This is what's going to hold you into the harness if you were to eject from the aircraft.
All right, yeah, let's make it tight. How do you think I'm going to do?
I think you're going to do great. You're happy and you're excited. It should be fun.
All right, let's do it. Oh, baby.
This is not training. We are actually doing this.
Don't let him get too crazy.
What's that?
I said, don't let him get too crazy.
We're going to do what we call an unrestricted climb to about 18,000 feet. We're going to go and do a low level down around 500 feet. We can do some loops. We can go upside down. I'm going to take you supersonic. We'll go pull 9 Gs because the airplane can do it.
So much gratitude. You guys are amazing, and thank you so much for taking me up. That was the best thing I've ever done. How did I do?
You did awesome. So I think we can call you rock star.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think I'm worthy of that?
We're definitely worthy of rock star.
Scooter and Rockstar, signing off.
Very cool. Now, those sitting inside the stadium might not see the Jets. If the weather is bad, the roof will be closed. You can bet fans will be checking their forecast all day long. Broadway star Idina Menzel will be singing the Star-Spangled Banner when the flyover will happen this week. She said she was nervous but is honored to sing the national anthem. And then at halftime, pop sensation Katy Perry will star in the halftime show. Here's what she had to say to Josh Elliott about the show.
So what has the preparation then for Sunday's performance been?
We've been dreaming up the Super Bowl performance for many a month. My actual performance will be like the 49th time I've done this show. So it's in my memory, it's in my muscle memory, and you know, I'm very prepared. As a little kid, when I first started singing at 9 years old, I didn't exactly have Destination Super Bowl in mind. Hopefully I can bring some incredible joy.
Will there be nerves?
Of course, I'm human. I think if you don't have nerves and you're playing the Super Bowl, then you should be tested for a robot or an alien.
Is there a hint along the way to the reveal?
Let's just say early 2000s.
There you go, early 2000s, there you go.
Early 2000. I believe that this opportunity is somewhat of the universe asking of me to rise to the occasion. And I am doing all the necessary steps to show that I am. I feel like I've outdreamt my dream with this one.
I'll be tuned in. Still to come, we'll break down Seahawks linebacker Malcolm Smith's special family connection in tomorrow's game, and we'll walk you through the wild and wacky Super Bowl Media Day when we come back. You're in the Super Bowl zone. The wildest and weirdest event in all of the Super Bowl, Media Day, has taken on a life of its own. Over 4,000 media credentials are given out every year to this, and anything goes on that day. Players and coaches speak almost every day leading up to the game, but none more crazy, as you see, than the Media Day. He might not be the most famous name in Seattle's vaunted Legion of Boom, but linebacker Malcolm Smith can boast a credential none of his teammates can. Super Bowl MVP. Football Night in America's Tony Dungy sat down with him.
Takes the snap, drops back. He's going to throw down the middle. He's got a man. The ball is caught. Game over, baby. Touchdown. The game is over. The Seahawks are going back to the Super Bowl.
Well, first of all, Malcolm, I got to ask you, have you ever been in a game like that NFC Championship game?
I've never been in a game like that.
The Seahawks got it. The Seahawks have it in midfield.
That was so many ups and downs. I mean, to finish the way we did is unbelievable. I was still kind of in shock at the end of the game, just enjoying the moment. It was a little bit better than last year.
Better than last.
Better than last year.
They are going nuts at Century League.
Do you know who the last team in the NFL was to repeat?
Yeah, the Patriots, right? Yeah.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Does that make it even more special playing them?
Yeah, I mean, they obviously have a great winning tradition there. Coach Belichick does a great job of just building great teams year in and year out, no matter what the circumstance is. So we're trying to get on their level.
Beating Peyton Manning last year in the Super Bowl, if you beat Tom Brady this year, that would put you in a level that people would talk about you as the best defense of all time. Have you guys talked about that? Does that mean something to you?
We most definitely talk about being the best defense of all time. You know, you play against some great players, some guys that are potential Hall of Famers, and you want to prove yourself. You want to prove yourself as a group, and in the history books, you want to be special.
Last year's Super Bowl, you ended up being the MVP. Did you see that coming during the week of practice leading up to it?
I didn't even know how many plays I was going to play in the Super Bowl.
As it comes out and it's picked off, Malcolm Smith, holy catfish, touchdown, Seahawks!
When things kind of switch over for you and you're just there and you're not really thinking about things, they're just happening, you react, and you're not wasting any movement, it just worked out really well.
Favorite memory of Super Bowl growing up?
As a kid, I saw my brother play in the Super Bowl against the Patriots as a rookie. He made a catch on third down to kind of get them in the position to score, and then see even David Tyree make that incredible catch. As a Giant fan, I was in the stadium in Phoenix, so to see things kind of come full circle, you know, my brother playing in the Super Bowl, me being in the stands watching in Phoenix and coming back, and we get a chance to do it, and he'll be there watching. That's pretty special.
Now, Smith wasn't even in Seattle's Super Bowl starting lineup last year, yet he still came off the bench to become just the 9th defensive player to win the game's MVP award. Not to be outdone, Arizona's iconic Grand Canyon was filled with a rare fog event this week. While 200 miles away, some Super Bowl fans got to experience the Grand Canyon without leaving the Valley of the Sun.
The Grand Canyon experience is an opportunity for fans to interact with what is one of Arizona's most iconic images, and gives folks a chance who are visiting to climb 3 stories up above the crowds, look out over Super Bowl Central, and interact with something that's really a great representation of the environment here in Arizona. They actually molded rock from northern Arizona in order to create the surfaces and the textures and color match to make sure that we got that iconic red and orange rock color.
Coming up, from football to foosball, how this table game is going big in the Super Bowl city. And a lot of work went into getting the University of Phoenix Stadium ready. We'll show you the monumental task when the Super Bowl zone continues. The University of Phoenix Stadium had a dress rehearsal last weekend with the Pro Bowl, but this is how she'll look come Sunday night. The field is kept outside to soak up some sun before moving inside to await kickoff. The end zones were swapped out and the logos of the Seahawks and the Patriots painstakingly painted on in anticipation of kickoff. Now, outside the stadium, there have been plenty of fan-friendly events happening all week long in Arizona. The Super Bowl zone's Catherine Tappan found a unique offering right in downtown Phoenix where she literally got in on the action.
It's a staple of any old-school gamer's collection, the foosball table, a 90-year-old classic that's ready for a new spin. A Phoenix media and design company has supersized foosball for the Super Bowl, allowing the plastic players to come to life.
How did this idea come about? Tell me about it.
Yeah, so we were kicking around what to do for Super Bowl weekend, and we saw a little bit of this human scale foosball on social media. And we told the crew, and within about 4 days, this is what you see.
Are the rules the same in there on the foosball as they are out here on the human court?
Pretty much the same. You got to slide back and forth, no spinning, obviously.
I noticed there are orange bars and there's black bars. What is the difference between them?
So each represents a team. You can see Doug here. He would put his hands right on these black bars and move side by side. Other than that, it's a lot of honor code and have fun.
Can I play?
Yes, absolutely, but you got to gear up.
Oh, yeah, all right. I got a foosball t-shirt. I'm ready to go. Oh, man. It's all good. I just score on myself. That was not the way that was supposed to go. It's
quite a workout. I know you guys were playing all last weekend. Everyone's complaining about burned legs.
Yeah, I guess.
A good New Year's resolution, I take it.
Oh, it's funny. I thought it might have been a novelty, but I could pretty much play this all day long.
The people at Kitchen Sink Studios hosted 2 human foosball tournaments this week that were open to the public, with the proceeds going to a local Phoenix charity. Now, covered roof or not, football fans not really excited about the possibility of a rainy Super Bowl Sunday. After a couple days of rain, what's in store for tomorrow? Here's lead forecaster Mike Daniels in First Alert 5.
Hey, Grant, it really was wet in Phoenix yesterday. I was tracking that storm system. Anywhere from 1 inch to 1.5 inches of rain fell in parts of Phoenix during the day. So folks in town for the Super Bowl needed the umbrellas and the scuba gear. Very wet across that area. The forecast for Super Sunday tomorrow looks really nice. Of course, the stadium has a retractable roof. They can open that thing up because the weather's going to be very nice. Partly cloudy skies at kickoff. 67 degrees the high in Phoenix tomorrow, and the wind will be calm. So perfect weather for football and tailgating for that matter.
Thank you, Mike. What does it take to survive in the wild, wild west? Figure skating royalty Johnny Weir and Tara Lipinski will show you how next.
Honda is about to do something remarkable. We've made the rear view camera a standard safety feature on every single vehicle in our 2015 lineup. Any car, any trim. Because we can all benefit from a better view of the road.
You got your Vegas odds makers, and then you got your Bear odd makers. This is Ozzy the Bear from a zoo in Montana, and he weighed in on the matchup tomorrow. Ozzy picked the Patriots to win the Super Bowl by eating the cake with their logo on it. Now, Ozzy has history. He accurately picked the Ravens before their Super Bowl game with the 49ers. Now, when many people think about Arizona, they think about images of the Old West and Western movies. The Glimmer Twins, NBC's Johnny Weir and Tara Lipinski, got a chance to give some Old West traditions a whole new look.
This Super Bowl Zone presentation is brought to you locally by Honda. Start something special with a great deal on a Honda now at your Honda dealer.
We've been having so much fun here in Arizona during Super Bowl week, but we knew we couldn't leave without a little taste of the Wild Wild West.
So for that taste, here we are at the Rawhide Western Town.
Let's get dusty.
Yeehaw! Tara. So I feel like we should be walking. Oh God. No! 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 You scared my lady friend! No!
What are you doing? No, give me that. What are you doing? Put her down. Listen, haven't you all ever seen a Wild West stunt show before?
No. We didn't have childhoods.
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, welcome. That's what this is. They're fine. Get up, boys. You look terrified.
I'm okay.
I feel like she'd be better about it if we learned how to do it.
That's a great idea. You want to learn?
Let's do it.
I'll show you. Come on.
Let's duel. Wait, stop. Why are we doing this?
I don't know. I love you.
I love you too. Let's go take a selfie.
Johnny, what do we want to wear?
I don't know. This?
How about you choose for me and I choose for you?
Yes. Why'd you choose Fringe for me?
Well, look at this moment. I love it.
Let's go get our picture made.
Johnny.
I have my pickaxe! Gold panning! Gold is Tara's favorite mineral.
Yes, Corky, show us.
What you want to do is get a little bit of water on it and move it on around.
Where's the gold?
It's in the dirt.
How do I look?
Your skirt is flawless!
Yes!
Johnny, I feel like we're done with the Wild West.
Yeah, on to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Tally-ho! Yeah. Up. Yeehaw.
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 Those two. And Johnny and Tara aren't done with their Super Bowl duties. You can catch them tomorrow during the Super Bowl pregame show. And that pregame show starts at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning on News 5. An hour before, catch the NFL special Together We Make Football. The telecast of Super Bowl 49 between the Seahawks and the Patriots begins at 4 o'clock. That game right now still listed as a pick'em game. After the game, an all-new episode of The Blacklist, then a special edition of News 5. Then be sure to stick around for a live edition of The Tonight Show, Jimmy Fallon taking his show on the road. Shouldn't that be a good one? Thanks for joining us for the Super Bowl Zone. I'm Grant Meach. For continued coverage of Super Bowl 49, keep it here on News 5. Have a great night, everybody.